Hey friends, welcome to your practice. Today is going to be a short and sweet 5 to 10 minute practice, kind of some movement prep, so some mobility and stability in core and foam rolling, which will prepare you for whatever workout you have ahead or whatever activity you have ahead. We'll be working through the spine, the hips, the shoulders, the core. If you have a foam roller, grab it. If you don't, you can use a pillow or rolled up towels or like a tennis ball, anything like that. And we're gonna actually lay on our bellies and bring the foam roller underneath your stomach. So kind of roll it down to the low belly on either side or in between your hip bones. So we're kind of moving into the hip flexors here. And if this feels like too hard of a surface, like I said, use something a little bit softer. You're propped up on your elbows, or you could rest down your forehead onto your hands here. And just take a few deep breaths. Letting your breath move its way through your nostrils, through the back of the throat, into the lungs, expanding the rib cage and the belly and the sides of the waist. One more breath here. Giving a little massage for your low belly and your hip flexors. And exhale, let it go. Good. Prop up onto your elbows if you lower down. And we're going to slide the foam roller so it's down at our quads. And just roll out your quad, your right side, or doesn't really matter which one. We're going to do both. And I like to shift so that I'm moving towards the inner thigh. And then roll out towards the outer thigh. Good. Switch legs. Couple rolls right through the center. Of course, use your hands as much as you need to unweight your body and take some of the intensity out of the foam rolling. And then a few towards the inner thigh. A few towards the outer thigh. Good. Come back down to your belly and rest on your forearms so you're in a Sphinx pose. You don't need your foam roller anymore, so you can toss it to the side. From here, draw your elbows back and pull your heart through your shoulders, finding some length through the spine, some broadening through the collarbones. And as you do so, lengthen your tailbone down. So find a posterior pelvic tilt here. Breathe in and take a nice big shoulder or neck roll. So roll your right ear to your right shoulder, drop your chin towards the center, left ear to left shoulder, and then roll your head back. When you come back through center, tuck your toes, push down through your forearms and palms, and lift up into a plank pose. Good. Think about keeping your back nice and straight here, not letting it arch or round too much. Take a big breath in. And exhale, lower back down. Sphinx pose. Let it feel good for your spine. And then take a big neck roll, head roll in the opposite direction. When you make it back through center, push down, tuck your toes, lift up into your plank pose. Good. We're wrapping our shoulder blades on the outside of our body, lifting up, protracting through the back of the heart. Breathe in and lower back down. One more time. Take one more final neck roll. It doesn't really matter which direction you go, or you could do one in each. And last plank pose. Think about that area on the inside of your hip bones, pulling up and in, tightening, providing that support. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower back down, push through your hands and come to kneeling so your hips are back onto your heels. Your toes can be tucked or untucked, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do untucked because we're doing a few different motions here. So hands come to your knees, round through the back body. On an inhale, open up into a cow shape. So arching through the back, lifting your heart through your shoulders and dropping your head back. Good. On an exhale, round as you slide your hands forward to your knees into a cat shape. Inhale, push through your tops of your feet, lift up. So your hips are stacked over your knees. Lift your arms up and then bring them towards the back of your neck, bending your elbows, finding some external rotation of the shoulders. Re-straighten your elbows, and then bring your hands behind your back, turning your thumbs down, and then bend your elbows so your hands kind of slide their way up your spine into internal rotation. And re-straighten elbows, sit your hips to your heels, hands to knees, round the spine. Inhale, cow pose, arch. Let it feel good. Exhale, round and slide your hands forward. Inhale, lift up, hips over knees, arms overhead. And then take the bend of the elbows, moving your shoulders into external rotation. And then sweep them behind your back, thumbs down. Slide the backs of your palms up as you bend your elbows. Good. Sit your hips to your heels, hands to knees, round your back body. One more time. Cat-cow. Push up into your tall kneeling, arms sweep up. And then take the bending of the elbows overhead and then behind your back. One more time, hips to heels, and finish out with a cat-cow. Good. Shift forward. Weight is in your palms. Tuck your toes. And come back into a squat shape. So we're going to come really wide. Toes are out, heels are in. And we're going to sit our hips back really far. Hands are still supported in front of you. Good. So heart is reaching forward. Now pivot on the ball of your right foot and tap your right knee towards your left heel. Internal rotation of the right hip. Peel the right knee back out. And then pivot on the ball of your left foot. Left knee comes towards your right heel, dropping towards the center of the mat. Peel it back open. Sit back into your squat. Hands come to heart center. And we're going to stand up. Good. So that's kind of like a half hinge, half squat pattern. And we'll go back the way we started, or the way we came from. So bend your knees, send your hips really far back. So it's kind of a squat, but also hinging at the hips. Hands plant in front of you. Drop your right knee down. Rotate it back out. Drop your left knee down. Rotate it back out. Hands to heart center. Hips are back, and then come to stand. Straightening your knees, pressing your hips forward. Go right back into your squat hinge. Glutes are really far back. Fingertips for support. Drop your right knee down, pivoting on the ball of the foot. Peel it back open. Everything stays the same except for the left leg now. Good. Hands to heart. And rise one more time. Perfect. Lower back down. Come to a seat. Bring your right leg long. And your left knee is bent, so the sole of the foot is planted down on the mat. Knee is pointing up to the sky. Take a twist to the left. Left fingertips back behind you for support. Right elbow can hook onto your left knee, or you can just wrap around the leg. Breathe in for a tall spine. And breathe out to twist and gaze over your left shoulder. Good. Plant down through your left hand and come into this modified wild thing. So pushing down through your left foot and your right heel. Lift up, up, up. Hips up to sky. Right arm sweeping toward the top of the mat. Left shoulder is nice and stable. Breathe in through the chest and lower back down. Take another twist to the left. Release the twist. Press through your points of contact and lift up into your wild thing variation. Lower back down. One more twist, open, revolving your body around your spine. Release the twist, push down, lift up. Feel that engagement through the glutes, the hamstrings, the shoulder, and lower back down. Switch your legs out, left leg long, right knee is bent, twist open to the right. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine, and an exhale to deepen your twist. Good, release the twist, plant down through your points of contact and lift up into wild thing. This doesn't really need to look a certain way, lower back down. Just let yourself feel your muscles engaging, finding that intentional movement and mobility. Twist to the right, release it, push down, and lift up. And this is kind of a different wild thing. Normally we would go the other way, so you might feel just different, and that's okay. You might not lift as high. Take one more twist to the right as you lower down. Good. Release the twist. Last lift up into your wild thing. Open up across the side bodies, the front body, and lower back down. Good. Okay, hopefully you feel kind of prepared through your whole body, your hips, your shoulders, your spine, some scapular stability, some engagement through the glutes and hamstrings. And thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.